And we are back. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Channel 135 podcast. This is the show we talk about our favorite things in life, movies, TV series, and pop culture. I'm your host Cams, and I'm here with also coming straight out of Ranui, Eric. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, bro?
We literally just finished the podcast an hour ago.
Now we're into another one.
Yeah, man. Now we had a feed come back. Now we're going to talk about. We're here to talk about The Running Man, the new movie that's out now. The remake of the original Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and based off a Stephen King book. The book came out in '82. Yeah, man, we're here to talk about the movie. We're in to watch the movie, in fact, on Tuesday.
Yeah,
it was what's called Cheap Tuesday night at Event Cinemas.
It's a good day for watching movies, I reckon. No, the audience is not that big, so there's a lot more room to move around, especially with there's real popular movies like Predator, Badlands. I actually thought that was going to be packed. I mean, we actually didn't go on a Tuesday. I think we went on the weekend. But yeah, no, it's good. I like those Tuesdays.
But yeah, man, we're here to talk about Running Man. Yeah, man, like I did not expect a remake of The Running Man. I know we are big fans of Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 80s, the action movies back then, and Running Man was just one of many he did in the 80s after Commando. And I think Total Recall he did after that. So I think Total Recall was the most famous one of his as the science fiction. No one really talks about Running Man. Hey, really?
Yeah, because which out of the two is first? Running Man was probably the first movie, yeah. And then Total Recall?
And then Total Recall after that. And then Terminator 2, obviously.
Yes.
But I think Total Recall, Terminator 2 are his sci-fi movies that are talked about, the most popular ones, more popular than Running Man, I think.
I agree.
But for us growing up, man, hey man, there's a badass movie anyway.
Yeah, like I told you before, like, because on the day we went to go watch the movie, I actually watched the 1987 version of the Running Man, and I enjoyed it. I was like, holy cow, that's probably been the first time in a long time. I can't remember watching it before.
Yeah.
So actually grasping the storyline and the characters and stuff, yeah, it was enjoyable.
Yeah. So the new Running Man, directed by Edgar Wright, who's famous for his movies Hot Fuzz. Remember Hot Fuzz? The World's End, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah, I remember that.
Michael Cera. Yeah. So he's got him again for the new Running Man. He also did Baby Driver, The Sparks Brothers, and Last Night in Soho. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I remember it though. I never really watched it, but it's that kind of if you remember that movie, it's that kind of style, eh?
Yeah, it's comedy like cartoonish. Yeah, because it was quite colorful, that movie, and cartoonish as well, with also some real dark humor.
Do you see some areas of that movie, his directing style, and this Running Man?
Yeah, there were little bits and pieces, like the sense of humor of the movie, but because Scott Pilgrim had a lot of those graphics, like there'll be when he punches a guy, it'll have like the word "power" show up, and then bright letters and all of that, and you have these like cheap ass special effects.
It's like the Adam West Batman.
Yes, exactly like that. It was exactly like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably the only thing that didn't match up with this Running Man.
It's funny because we're talking about these things that we're comparing it to the old Running Man. I'm gonna say it now, but I'll explain later on. It wasn't that good. Running Man, the new Running Man wasn't that good, and yeah, I was kind of disappointed. But if we compare it to the original Running Man, I want to go watch the original. I know it's on Netflix, so I can go.
Yeah.
Just turn on Netflix and watch it again.
It
I had it on VHS when I was young, and I had it at home so I could watch it all the time. But again, it was the edited version that came on TV2. You tape it off. They cut heaps out, man. I'm looking forward to watching it on Netflix to see the whole entire movie without the editing.
Yeah,
editing out the violence and stuff like that. If I compare it to the old movie, I think the old movie is better because it's straightforward. There's a beginning, middle, and end. And compared to what I saw with this one, it's kind of a beginning, middle, but the end kind of fell off for me. the end was kind of messy, and it made the whole movie messy.
Like before we went to go watch it, I actually enjoyed my time watching that 1987 version. It was a lot of fun, and there was some, if you're a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, right, and you hear those one-liners, some of those one-liners were kind of cheesy, but they were still freaking funny. And there's some jokes in there, some inside jokes in that show too, that are quite crack up once you'll giggle to yourself when you watch it. It's like, just all the stuff, all Arnold's all Arnold's jokes in that. It's all crack up. With this new one, yeah, I'm the same as you. It was okay for me. I felt that the story was a lot deeper than the 1987. It was like deep as shit. Like, it had a pretty much solid storyline, and it was doing good in the beginning, and in the middle, and then when it came towards the end, I was like, what? And I was like, oh man. So yeah, I'm like you. I'm in the same boat. I enjoyed it. It was a probably a decent attempt. They had, like, I think I said this at the movies. They had the right ingredients, but man, it just couldn't give the last hooray at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
And it just fell short to me, man. Fuck, I was gutted.
it's interesting, because now we got two treatments of the book, right? So the book came out in '82. The first movie came out, Running Man, with Arnold Schwarzenegger, '87. Now this one in 2025, this movie comes out, and the storyline is actually more to the book, eh? It's more to the book than the original '87 movie was.
Yeah, after you described it to me, yes, it's really close.
Yeah, so the book is written by Stephen King, but back then he had another name that he used. He used a pseudonym, Richard Buckman. So, but it's funny because I think if you watch the credits for the original Running Man, '87 Running Man, it shows based on the book by Richard Buckman. But if you watch the credits on the Running Man in 2025, it's based on the book by Stephen King.
Oh,
So it was Stephen King. He just used a different name. He wrote books called the Buckman books under that name.
yeah, under that author, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, under that name, but it's just a made up name just to get, like, if you're an author, and authors do this all the time. If you're an author that writes action books, right? But then you want to write a book that's a different genre. You don't want to use your real name for another genre, and you make a fake name to write that book because you don't want to be like, people to get that book just because of your name, Stephen King.
True,
Like
true.
you want to look like you're, no one. You don't want to use your name for recognition, right? So that's all like the reason why you have a pseudonym.
Would,
But
would it also be protecting them as well? Like, just in case the book doesn't do well?
like
Yeah.
I know Stephen King's into sci-fi. He does he's written a few sci-fi books like the
Oh, the Dark Tower.
Dark Tower. Yeah, the Dark
Yeah.
Tower. That's a fantasy. He's written like heaps of books about that. The Dark Tower. He's done Running Man and a few others too. The Lawnmower Man as well.
Yeah.
Which was a short story that made it into a sci-fi horror movie. Like, I didn't read the book, but we just read what was in the book to get an idea of where the book comes from. It's actually really dark, eh? The book
Yeah.
is actually dark. I mean, when you compare the book to what we saw in '87, it's nothing like it, eh? It's nothing like it. But I think the treatment for the '87 movie, it's good for the time. I mean, you got a star named Arnold Schwarzenegger to star in your movie. You make it into a sci-fi instead of, and for money constraints too, instead of doing the Running Man when you're around the world, you do it in a specific arena, right? They
Yeah.
create an arena where you just have it there. And then the hunters, I don't think they're called hunters, eh? In
Stalkers.
the '87, they're called stalkers, eh? So
Yep.
you get these WWE, WWF sort of characters to come with different gimmicks, eh? Like you got Fireball with the flamethrower, then you got Dynamo with the electricity, eh?
Yep.
And then you got Buzzsaw with the chainsaw. He comes in, right? You got all these different characters like WWE, and you come into. It's like a game show, right? It's like a game show, and it's a deadly game show because you die for real, right? And I think why '87 movie is better even though the '87 movie is not as dark as the book was, eh?
Yeah,
Like
definitely not as dark.
it is
Complete opposite.
it is ultra violent though.
Yeah.
His head's being blown off with those collars at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Yep.
There's people getting sawn in half and all that. It is ultra violent, but it's an action movie. It's an action movie of the time. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a fun movie, and I think it's more relatable to us as kids back in those days because we're into video games, we're into WWF wrestling. So when we see these characters that look like WWE wrestlers, or we see these characters that are like coming out from the Street Fighter arcade game that we used to play, and
It's
and they're
relatable.
hunting someone, and you're a guy that like Arnold that's trying to fight back. You're being hunted. It's actually like a video game, bro. We relate to it hard because we love Arnold, we love action, we love sci-fi, and we love video games. And it's all got everything in that one movie, bro. Hey,
Yes,
and
makes sense.
I think that's why we love that movie, right?
Yep.
But it is different to the book. It's not as dark, gloomy as the book is because when we read the ending of the book, it's a different ending, and the '87 movie doesn't do that ending. This movie, the new one, doesn't even do that ending. So, and I feel like you've got an opportunity to make a movie out of the book. I think the '87 movie did it the right way, considering the time.
Yes.
Considering it was '87.
Yeah, you're right.
Feel like 2025, they changed too much, man. I think they didn't have the balls to
To do the dark version.
do the dark vision, like as dark as the book is. They didn't create it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it feels like they were trying to get that enjoyable from what the 1987 version did. And in light of that, they kind of changed and mucked up the story a bit, which didn't work out for this particular story that they were trying to tell. I think if they just kept it to the original script, they might have made something good. But yeah, it was really starting off well, like we were saying.
Mm.
And it was just, yeah. Wish they did.
It also tells me it's a missed opportunity.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's just a decision of the studios, or this Hollywood thing. You don't want unhappy endings like that.
They're scared of unhappy endings, eh? Like
well,
this.
Well, they didn't go all the way with this.
Yeah.
With the movie. Like if the movie does a lot of things in the book, right? There's a lot of things that happen. This is the closest to the book. It's way closer than the '87 movie, right?
Yeah.
To the book. They've just changed little things to make it sort of not as dark as the book, right? So, in the book, the wife's a prostitute. In the movie, the wife's she's just a waitress.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
But it looked like it was heading that way, eh? It looked like she was like, I'm going to just go do some extra money, but yeah. It would have been better.
I mean, that's the whole crust of it. Like when you see that, like the movie was too scared to go all the way, like the book goes all the way, right?
Yep.
It didn't pull it off. I think this is 2025, man. You can do that. You can do that now. You don't have to have these happy endings, man. It's not, this 2025. It's not the 80s, man. Where everything has to have a happy ending.
Yeah, it's not 1987, bro. It's all good. You can make the audience cry if you want, or get angry.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I just want to talk about the approach and of this 2025 film. It makes itself, because you watch Scott Pilgrim. It makes itself similar style, similar vibe. They're trying to make it fun.
So it's like a game show, right? Like, there's reality shows that you watch, like the Survivalist or whatever. It's a bit like that. This is the kind of point of view that they put on this movie. Because, with the likes of social media and that. So, everyone's got a camera and all that kind of stuff. And so they try to involve that in the movie. And it's a bit like that. It's like a survival realistic show that you see on TV now and again. They got that Surviving in Alaska, or with Bill Gurr, the survivalist, the guy that just eats cockroaches and shit. That kind of stuff. So it's like, it's kind of similar to that, I think. And then with a bit of they made it really colorful and really hip especially with the score. It had quite a really energetic go to it. Looked like you actually wanted to go for a run. I don't know about anybody else, but yeah, no, that's what I was feeling for that film.
Yeah, lucky man. I was actually disappointed because of a lot of things. I think there's good things about the film, and but there's a lot of bad things about the film, right? So I think some of the actors that they got to star in this film like suit the parts, like the bad guy, Dan Killian.
I just call him Thanos.
Yeah. But the actor Josh Brolin plays him.
Yeah, he's great.
Awesome. He's Dan Killian, eh?
Yeah, he nailed it, bro.
He nailed it, right? So yep, that's good, 100%. You can't have anyone else. He played that part.
Yeah, the other surprise was the one that played Bobby T.
Coleman Domingo.
Yeah, fuck, he was absolutely awesome on this.
He was the man.
Bro, I reckon he took it.
Because remember in the 87 movie, Dan Killian played both parts, eh?
Yeah, he was actually the announcer and he owned the show.
Yeah. Coleman Domingo, he what's he in? He's in...
I remember him from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Not the original Walking Dead. I think it's Fear the Walking Dead.
Right.
Yeah, it was like another version. Like on the other side, one of the characters from the original Walking Dead ends up on the other side of America, and this follows his story. And Cole Domingo was one of those characters. And during the early parts of when the whole zombie thing started happening. So yeah, no, I recognize him from there, and he showed up in a few other shows. I think he's got a movie of his own as well, where he's the main character or detective in that particular story. But yeah, no, it was good to see him on here, and yeah, he was very loud, very bright. He had all the hand gestures and everything. It was crack up.
He suited that part. He had some good mean dialogue too, some funny dialogue. His back and forth, his back and forths with the banter, eh?
Yeah, and he knew that his character knew that it was just a show. He got to try and milk the audience with everything he got, and he did it well.
Yeah. What do you think of Glen Powell, the main actor? Like, do you think they couldn't get Tom Cruise, so they got him?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Tom Cruise is getting a bit old because he is old, bro. I don't think he can do the running. What they call it, the Tom Cruise running man.
Yeah.
Because how he runs on Mission Impossible. So I don't know. But this Glen Powell guy. He's been showing up in a lot of movies. I've seen him in Netflix quite a bit. He's got a few movies here and there, and he might be the new action hero later on. Or
do you think? Because honestly, he's got that face like Tom Cruise kind of face. He plays that part. So I'm wondering if he's like the low budget Tom Cruise. They couldn't afford to get Tom Cruise, so they got this guy. But what do you think of his performance? Like, do you think he's an action dude?
Yeah, I reckon he did pretty good in this movie. I think if he was given another script, he could even do even better. Yeah, I think he has the potential to be a action hero like the caliber of Tom Cruise or Arnold Schwarzenegger. Keanu Reeves is another one. So yeah, no, I reckon he's getting there because I have seen him popping up quite here and there, but his characters are like, I'm action. They start off as not an action hero, start as just a simple character. At the next minute, everything gets complicated and he becomes a superhero type thing. Well, a good person.
Because last movie I saw him in was in Hitman. The Netflix movie. It was a true story. Yeah, he played the cop that went undercover to set up Hitman.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, he was an undercover cop being a hitman because people hire him.
Yep.
And then they go and has a meeting with them, and they tell him who they want to kill. Like a lot of them is, I need you to kill my wife. But it's just a setup to catch them.
Yeah.
Because he's undercover. Yeah.
How was it? How was he in that? Was he alright or?
I mean, I don't expect him to be an action star. Running Man's the first sort of action movie I've seen him in. I don't think he's been in too many, or if any, in fact.
Well, he's definitely got the body for it.
Yeah, he's got the body for it. But yeah, man, for me, it just screams like, oh, these guys couldn't afford Tom Cruise, so they got this guy.
Of
That
course
was
they
my.
can't. Of course they can't afford Tom Cruise.
But you know, he seems like a nice guy, but I think his character. I don't know if he's suited his character. He was angry in a lot of the scenes.
Yeah, this Ben Richards was an angry guy.
Yeah,
When I compare this, yeah, that's a good point, because when I compare this Ben Richards to the Arnold Schwarzenegger version, the Arnold Schwarzenegger version was a total like Buster Ball type of character, like he goes, oh, is that the best you can do, kind of persona that Arnold had with his character, with his Ben Richards. It was crack up. It's totally different.
yeah, exactly. So for me, I loved the beginning of the movie. It was going good. I loved the middle, just like you. But man, it just fell off a cliff, man. It just fell off a cliff, man. In the final maybe 20 minutes or close to half an hour. The final half an hour.
Yeah, it's like they didn't need all of that, all that in part, and just just crash the plane, bro.
Well, it was, they stayed true to the book, but I think the problem with this is that the tone of it. They should have stuck. If you wanted to stick with the book, then you should have made the same tone as the book.
Exactly.
Right. And
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
it was 13. I think it should have been 16 or 18.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, Yeah, you're exactly right.
And make it less funny.
Yes.
Maybe they shouldn't have that director doing that. Maybe they should have had a different director.
No,
Like
if they were gonna be if it was gonna be, ultimately probably funnier than the book, then keep it that way. But I think they just took too much from the source material, and then when they tried to add in their bits, what they added in was wrong. Yeah, it was just like, nah, denied.
yeah.
Nah, you failed, bro. But you don't know. You don't know until the audience sees it.
Bro, that's the best explanation, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I thought that too, man. Because maybe it needed like someone else to direct it. Maybe Christopher Nolan. What would his version be like?
Wow.
What would Christopher Nolan's version of Running Man be like? I reckon it would have been good. I reckon he would have cut out maybe a lot of the funny shit, because I think this movie tried to go half and half. I think you brought in a guy like Edgar Wright to direct this movie with his style, with his tones that he likes, right?
Yeah.
And try and merge it with a dark tone of the book, right? And he tried to. It's like he's battling between what he wants to do and what the book wants to do.
Yes.
And you're right. It doesn't go.
It doesn't work out.
It doesn't work out. You either have to go all in or you don't go all in at all. And he didn't go all in at all, and this is what you get. You get a movie that is not really, it hasn't been done well. Yeah. So yeah, that was my thoughts on the movie, man. Like, it was a good experience to go watch it. I'm a big fan of the genre, big fan of the first movie, and big fan of Stephen King. But yeah, interesting take on the Stephen King novel, and interesting that it didn't go as good as we wanted to. But that's why we do these reviews, man, to get understanding and have a conversation about it. But shall we get into some spoilers then?
Yep. Hit it.
All right. We're gonna spoil the Running Man now. So if you haven't watched that, stop this podcast right now. Go watch it. Go watch the movie and come back and listen to us break it down. We're not gonna do a recap because it's too long, but we'll get into it. So, bro, we went to the movies and we're late for a little bit. I don't know how much, but we didn't miss the credits. So we probably missed what? Because we walked in the movies, it was already started. It was not like a TV ad or something in the movie.
Yeah.
He was watching it.
So it probably missed 10 or 15 minutes, maybe. I'm guessing, because when I had a quick look at the scene by scene, and introduction Ben Richards. Oh no, it looks like we didn't miss anything really. I'm not too sure. Can't quite tell, but yeah, it was quite funny. The movie already started, but not like it didn't matter anyway.
Yeah. So we said it before. It's the closest. This movie is the closest to the book than the first movie, and it is because the book plays out like he's Ben Richards. He's poor. He's got a daughter. He's got a wife. His wife's a prostitute. Um, his daughter. I don't think the book says anything about the daughter being sick or anything, like in the movie maybe it is. But to support his family, he needs to go play the game, the Running Man game, right? In the movie, it doesn't look that harsh. Like to me, because when I was watching it, the decision he makes to go join the game, to join the Running Man, it wasn't like, come on, man, you got a choice, bro. That's the last. Isn't that the last resort? You just taking this last resort. Like, it was too easy for me for him to go do the Running Man. There was nothing in there. Okay, the daughter was sick, right? But it didn't seem. It seemed like there was another option for him. You know what I mean?
There was heaps of options, but I think during the trials while they were going through those trials they were doing, to assist with show, he kind of was picked for that because you know how intense he was. He was kicking everybody's ass, outrunning everybody. The guy was fit ass. So maybe that was one of those attributes that got at him, and they kind of like automatically got him into the Running Man, where those other characters were so. Yeah, because you see the colours, right? The yellow and the blue, and I think it was yellow and something else. And then they got the red suit for the Running Man show. So I was like, oh, okay. So, like, yeah, they probably didn't have a choice in it. But I think, as Dan Cullen was like trying to, this is what you're going to get paid if you come in the Running Man. So, it's worth it. And he kind of like entices the dudes, and they're like, oh, yeah, sweet. I'll sign up. But, yeah, Ben Richards wasn't supposed to go in the Running Man, but he ends up in there. He ends up getting seduced by the money.
Yeah, and that's what we get. So it's the same as the book. So the book is still going.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you and then we come to the Running Man game, and I just thought it was, just the look of it, reminding me of the '87 Running Man. It's all red, eh? The crowd's there. You got Bobby, the announcer. He's awesome, eh? And it's Dan Killian that does it in the '87 movie. Then you've got that machine that they go in, and they like a capsule. They go in and they slide down. '87 they have that too.
Yep.
So they do that as well. Yeah, it's just awesome. And then he gets to the bottom and he changes his clothes, and then he can go anywhere in the world, eh? And he gets a 12-hour head start, which is the same as the book. But like we were saying in the '87 movie, it's all in this arena underground.
Yeah,
that's where all the action happens. So I don't know if it's like
a city block, eh?
Yeah, like a city block,
and they're just hanging there.
Then they show us the hunters, and they're just like normal guys, eh? With
no gimmicks.
The leader who's a mask guy. No gimmicks.
Yeah,
so all the gimmick stuff in the first movie is all added in there.
Yeah,
which is a good. Which is a good time, but which is a good thing to do if you're in the '80s.
Yeah.
Right. So these decisions they made to change it for the '87 movie works. It works. It works, right? If you weren't gonna do the book, you were gonna do it, and you have to change it to make the tone like in the '80s action movies. They did it. They did it right.
They did perfect. Yeah, WWF, like after you explained saying WWF, then I was like, that's what it is. These guys remind me of wrestlers. That's why.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, no, that was perfect. That was actually, they read the time right, and they added their own. See, this is where the 1980s version, the 1987 version, added all of their, and it worked.
Yeah.
compared to the 2025 version. And it's quite funny how you see that, eh? These different versions, and they added their own where it worked. They tried to add some to some of the original content, and it just completely like folded.
Because if you think about who Stephen King is, he's a dark author. He makes horror movies. He writes horror novels, which gets made into movies, right? So if you read if you read the stuff, man, he's got a dark mind, man. He knows what evil is, right? Because he writes about it, right? He's made a living out of it, right? So it's all there, and it's in the 70s too. 70s is a dark time for Hollywood. All these out of it, anti-heroes come out in the 70s. It's true to life kind of thing, you know. So yeah, you either go all in, and that's why you got to go all in with a book that Stephen King writes, right? You got to go all in. Yeah. So that's the biggest flaw for this movie. That they stay true to the book, but they changed the tone of it. They made the tone a bit lighter, and because they do that, it's not believable. I think.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's not believable.
That's right.
Bro.
That's right. I don't believe it.
It's not believable. When Ben Richards gets angry, I know they read the book and said Ben Richards is angry. Yeah, why is he angry? Because you made the tone a bit lighter, so there's nothing to be angry about, really, right?
Yeah, he's like pissed off at everybody, but for what?
Yeah.
I mean, I know some of the people, like the security guard hit him. Yeah, okay, I get that, but he's like acting like the security guard killed his daughter already. I was like, bro, this anger's like next level.
And that's the thing. The book sticks with the fact that Dan Killen killed the family.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason for him to crash in the plane.
Yeah, that's a plausible reason.
Yeah, and this one they said they killed the family, and then they come back because they just lied.
Yeah,
tried to get him to.
Yeah, I kind of like knew that in that time when they were saying, oh, his family was dying, and like all the other stuff that they were doing in the beginning of the film, like the deep fakes that they were doing with his videos and that, and I was kind of thinking, oh, this is the tone of the movie, so I'm guessing they didn't kill the family, but they're using that to encourage him to do what he wants for the ratings, for the particular game show, but it doesn't work out for them in favor. It actually backfires on him.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, but that was the bit for me, that the part that I thought that the movie falls off a cliff is the part when he's on the motorway and he picks up the girl in the car.
Yep.
And then they drive, and then he doesn't get killed. Like they want to kill him anymore.
Yeah, because it's like he figured out, like, oh no, they need me for the show now. But I was going, but the name of the show is they're meant to kill you. So what are they going to stop killing you for? Because the ratings are going so high. So the longer you stay alive, the higher the ratings go. Oh, what? That's when when all that kind of stuff, with the game show, because they didn't want to kill him, and then he kind of had his own, like the main character was like, after chasing them down, for how many days or weeks or whatever, comes to this last final days, he has this power where he can tell the hunter, take off your mask, and then the director will go, yep, take your mask off. And it's good for the ratings, take it off. I was like, what? I was like, oh, come on. Even the character himself, he could have just turned around and said, no, fuck off. I ain't taking my mask, fuck your ratings. I was just like, that whole kind of thing with the rating thing, they should have taken that out. That kind of fucked the movie for me.
Well, I think they added that in because they knew they weren't gonna kill him off like the book did. Crash the plane. Yeah, so they had to add in something.
I guess that's probably the most relatable thing for us today, because you know how ratings are with TV shows and so on and so forth. But
the one thing that I hated about the movie was the reason why I thought the movie fell off a cliff at that part was when he picked up the girl. The girl acted like she's been in the whole movie from the start. Like, you know how you have the girl in the action movie? You have the hero, then you have the girl that tags along. Like the black girl in Commando tags along. You know?
Yeah.
And the Latino girl in Running Man. Hey.
Yeah. Yep. And he's like this one, he just pops out of nowhere.
This one pops out of nowhere, but they're interacting like they were met in the beginning of the movie, man. Like, shouldn't you be like?
Yeah, because she was describing like, oh, you did this to so and so and blah blah blah. Okay, how can you live with yourself or some shit like that? I was like, wait.
Yeah, but didn't they have this whole conversation in the car talking about the haves and have-nots.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, okay, so now you're gonna preach to us now?
yeah. I know.
Like
I
that,
was like,
that kind of
oh,
stuff was like, man, that doesn't work for me. The exhibition, like we talked about this in Black Phone too. How they have
yeah.
that conversation about letting us know what's going on, like
Giving the
because we're
audience
dumb,
too
because we're
much.
dumb.
Yeah, yeah. It's like we were saying, like the directors are afraid that we don't understand the story. So yeah, yeah. Here it is. It's on the platter for you. Eat it up. Eat it up. Oh man, more of this bullshit.
So yeah, that's what killed it for me, that part, and then it just fell off. Because one, he wasn't running anymore, and they let him through. They weren't
Yeah,
they weren't trying to kill him anymore. I was like, what the hell's going on? I thought this was Running Man, and that was another thing. Like the reason why I think we love the first Running Man because it's all about the hunt, right? We love Predator because the Predator hunts, right?
yeah,
We love Running Man because they've been hunted. Ben Richards in Running Man '87, he's been hunted by the stalkers,
yeah.
and these are actual characters that are cool, have the gimmicks and stuff. So it's so cool. This one, yeah, he just ran what 2 times in the movie, like.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was ready for ages, but yeah, the most dramatic ones were in the hotel, and then the little car chase with the guy in the house and the
Hmm.
mom. The mom was screaming, "Oh, he's here!" I was like, "Fuck!" I shot her. But yeah, no. Oh yeah, it was pretty much those only two scenes. And then, like you were saying, at the end of the movie, he's like not the running man; he's the stand-up man.
But even
Stand-up
the
kids.
the Michael Cera scene where he's got the water pistol and he's got the booby traps. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty corny.
I was like,
Like you want to add that shit into the book,
I think there was petri, the electricity. I was guessing was to dynamo kind of thing. But I was like the two little kids with the flamethrowers. That definitely was referring back to Fireball.
Yeah.
You know how they fireballed the shit out of the other contestant. I was like, oh shit!
Hmm.
Wow, she got away, but then she got barbecued. So
But
fuck.
even when he was trying to escape the hotel and he's naked, he's got the towel wrapped around him. Like all that part's cool.
Yeah, that was
I
great.
I also thought even when he's hiding out in New York, he's got the disguise, like all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like he's been hunted. Like
that was cool too.
it's intense, right? Because he's in this game and he's trying to hide out, and everyone's after you. Like it's exciting, right? It's exciting because you never know what's gonna happen. Yeah, that all goes away in the last half an hour of the film.
Yeah, like I even enjoyed the part when he's with with the the African American family, and
Mm.
then that guy's like showing them like this is what I'm up to. We're trying to fight back, get our trying to get the people power again, and he's trying to explain it, and then he sees that, and he's like, oh, the main character somehow gets inspired, like, okay, I'm doing this for the people now. So then I was like, oh yeah, that's all right, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and then like you said, further on we get and just us rolling down the hill.
Another thing I didn't like was my experience when we're at the movies and seeing some of these action scenes and just recognizing it from the trailer and wondering, okay, saw that in the trailer. Yeah, saw that in the trailer. There was nothing new to see, which meant that they showed everything in the trailer, all the good parts. Which fuck, I hate that, man. I hate that.
Yeah,
If
it's
you're gonna
funny
show
how,
good parts in the trailer, make sure there's good parts to see you haven't seen
yeah,
before. Because you know what happens when they show too much stuff in the trailers, and you watch these kind of movies. You can put two and two together when they show up to the scene. When they show up to the scene, you see the set piece and you think, "Oh, I've seen that before. That's okay. I saw that on the trailer. This is gonna happen." So
yeah,
when he was in that hotel, and he just came to the hotel, the elevator wasn't working. Elevator stops halfway, and he has to climb up. Then, oh yeah, I've seen that scene before because that's when the grenade scene happens in the trailer.
with the
So
old man in the bed going, "Hey, you're on 3D."
exactly. So that
I was like,
whole scene in the trailer, like I can put two and two together, and it's not the surprise is gone now.
Yeah.
You know, I can, yeah. So
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
It's funny for it's funny for these type of movies. They always do that for the trailers. They always tend to try and show too much. I think when I've recognized when they start doing that, it's like, oh, okay, this movie ain't gonna be that great. You know, for example, like something like Perbolus, right? Where you hardly ever. I mean, you get a trailer, but you know, there's not much there, and you can't quite get your head around it, and that's it. That's it for the trailer. And then until you go to see the program, it's like, oh shit. And yeah, I think movies should tend to gravitate towards that kind of what they do for trailers.
Well, I noticed on the Perbolus trailer, a lot of the trailers in the first and second episode. And there's only bits and pieces of other stuff that I haven't seen before, but not as much. But bulk of the trailer is from the first and second episode, which I think is cool because you know that's the first and second episodes you watch straight away, and you're already into it, so you don't need any more. Right?
Yeah, don't need, no more trailers.
No more trailers. You don't need more. You can just go with it. But yeah, when movies put too much in the trailer, man, at least leave some for us. You know, leave some for the moviegoers, man. We want to see something new, brand new we haven't seen before.
That's why, like with Badlands, that was really hard, because Badlands was everywhere. It was on my social media. It was everywhere. Everywhere I was looking, there was Predator this, Predator that. I was like, fuck, I want to see another trailer, man. So yeah, no, I'm just there's these moviegoers that need to cut down on the trailers and just don't reveal too much. I think it'll be better. Or better off, we don't watch too many trailers. I'm starting to learn not to watch them anymore. Fuck. Sucks.
Or just teaser trailers. I like teaser trailers.
Yeah.
They don't show much.
They should do like a kind of like a TikTok kind of trailer type thing. Like 10, 15 seconds, that's it. That'll be better.
Yeah. Josh Brolin, man. He was awesome. He was awesome as a bad guy.
Yeah, bro. I like his his whole dialogue, his character, the way he talks, like how he acts like a hungry Mongol, like television, thing. It really worked for me.
So he dies at the end, and I guess Dan Killian dies at the end too in '87. Arnold puts him in the capsule and lets him go. And
he goes down the tunnel and he ends up flying off into his own into his own poster sign with something Dan Krillin Cola or something.
Yeah.
Something like that is Crickle.
And he dies. This one they see him. You see Ben Richards putting the gun at him, and then he shoots, and then it goes to credits in credits. But that whole last half an hour in the plane, where he goes off at those guys, where he gets told his family's dead, and he goes off and kills everyone there, and then he sort of dies, eh?
Who?
They shoot the plane down there.
Yeah, the plane goes down, but somehow he ends up back at the building during the riots, and then he kills Krillin. And that was the only scene where he went like Scott Pilgrim when you shot him, and it
turns black and white, eh?
Yeah, like Scott Pilgrim. Yeah. That's the only part I went like that. And then I think the next scene is the girl and the baby shopping somewhere, and a nice clean area, and then he's there. I was like, oh,
and his mask.
And then, I was like, oh, dry.
It was because
too easy.
You're waiting for that. You're waiting for that final battle with him and Dan Killian. They shoot the plane down, and you think, then that's the end? What? But then he shows up after, because after they shoot the plane down, it's like it's finished there.
Yeah, because it pretty much, like, because he showed that he was the longest running man, and everybody goes nuts about it. Like they actually bet on him. I think just like in the 1987 version, the people actually bet on Richards. So they end up being on him. And he somehow causes, like, everybody to, like, oh, fuck this TV bullshit. And then they just all have a massive ass riot. But it was funny how Krillin was trying to convince T to go back out on stage. And he's, like, looking at this audience going, oh, shit, fuck that. I'm not going back out there, mate. And I go, no, I'm off. And and the colonel's like, no, you're off when I see you off. And he goes, if you look at my contract, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
he was describing his contract and said it means, fuck you, I'm off. And then he just takes off. I don't know what exactly he says, but he nailed it perfectly on that scene. I was like, man, that's cool. And yeah, the rest of it sucked.
Yeah, because you don't know what happened to Ben Richards after the plane goes down. And then he just shows up. Like, hey.
How did he survive? Did he have a parachute too? Because if I remember correctly, the girl was going down, and they were still filming her while she was in the parachute, and she goes, "Stop filming me!" And when she's like falling down, I was like,
does her fingers.
Yeah. Stop filming me. I was like, damn.
Yeah, all that stuff, like the getting smart to the camera. Ha ha ha! You didn't catch me, and doing the fingers to the camera. Yeah, I thought that was a bit immature. The immature stuff wasn't even funny, but I guess that's the tone they wanted to go for, and yeah, probably didn't work. I think, yeah, and that brings me to what I was saying before, like the wrong director for this movie.
Yeah,
you know, it's not a Scott Pilgrim sort of film. It should be like a Christopher Nolan sort of
serious director.
A serious director, like someone. Even
what about Stephen King himself? Isn't he a director?
No, he's a novelist.
Oh, he's just a writer, right?
He's just a writer.
Sorry.
Even Fincher should do it. The guy that did Seven and Fight Club.
Oh man, yeah, I'll probably turn to really dark, really quick. Shit.
Yeah, but no, man, that was
I must admit that I like the sets though. You know, the sets with where they were living all that poverty and that, it looked really good. The sets look great. All the sets look great actually. Special effects were great. Like,
yeah.
Hey, did you notice that the explosions and stuff? They were kind of soft. Like apart from the grenade looked like it had 10 times TNT. And how it blew up, just that one grenade blew up the whole bottom floor. I was like, holy shit, that was probably the only biggest explosion in the whole movie. Apart from this chicken race on the bridge.
No, because there was gas down there. There was gas down there.
Ah, that's right. That's
why
what gave the extra explosion.
Yeah, gave the extra.
I forgot about that.
Extra fun stuff. Yeah, man, but disappointed, man. It could have been. It had, like Joe was saying, it had all the ingredients.
Yeah.
But just not executed well, man. Just
nah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, and we can see the reason why, because they should have just stick to the original script or change that director, like you were saying.
Mm.
They were probably the two biggest points of this.
Yeah. So, shall we do our rating out of 10? Or you got some more scenes to talk about?
Nah, not
some
really.
Characters.
Like they were, I think the best scene that they showed on the trailer was the part on the bridge. You know, we was playing chicken, and the stupid hunter guy just kept on going straight. I was like, what? You know, he saved your life, and then you just want to try and play chicken with him, and then he jumps off. I thought that was probably the only best cool part of the movie, and we already saw it in the trailer. Oh, man.
But that's what I mean, man. There were too many things in the trailer. I think every action movie was, some part of it was in every action bit in the movie, some little part of it was in the trailer.
Trailer, yeah. So there was no more secrets.
The music was good. I like the music. I like the theme song. I like the theme song for this film.
Bro, I like the end credit song on the 1987 version. I forgot the name of it, but I logged it into my YouTube library. And I was like, man, that's a jam.
Yeah.
It's an 80s jam. It's like, whoa.
I remember the scene in the prison. It's funny because they changed a lot in 87, eh? They changed that he wasn't a family man. He's like a soldier and he gets framed. He goes to jail and he has to escape out of jail.
And he gets two buddies to help him escape. And those two buddies end up on the show with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit. Let's crack up.
Yeah, man. Got anything else on this?
Nah, I think I'm done now. I'm all tapped out.
Yeah, man. Tapped out too. You guys heard our thoughts on the movie? How it could have been better. Now we're gonna do our give you our rating, top 10. We got no name for this yet, eh?
Nah, it's been like how long have we been doing this?
The channel 1 through 5 out of 10. Oh fuck, I don't know.
You know what? You know what we need? We need some T-shirts too, so I can start reading them on the podcast. 135 channel ones.
Yeah, we'll try to get some. Okay, your ranking out of 10. 10 is your elites of the elites.
I think I gave it a 3.8 out of 10.
Wow. Explain.
Well, like we've been saying, you know, the movie wasn't executed right. I mean, should have kept on script. If they were going to follow the book, they should have stayed to it or gotten a lot more darker. Get rid of all those comedy, you know, if there's funny bits, get them all out, and just kept it, you know, true to the book or even darker than the book. I think they would have had a better result than what they have now. The actors in it were great. Actually, yeah, most of the actors were actually suited their roles. Even the main actor for the role.
Yeah,
no problem.
Powell. Yeah, no problem with Glen Powell.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have a problem with that guy. He seems like a good actor. I mean, he did. To me, he did pretty well in this movie. He was alright. There were some funny parts with him trying to be an angry guy, and it kind of suited him because, you know, he was quite intimidating looking and he's quite bulky and shit. So not as bulky as Arnold, but close enough. So I thought that was cool. I forgot his name again. The one that the dude that acts as Bobby T. Domingo. So yeah, coming out Domingo. Yeah, I enjoyed his character was absolutely fun to watch. So that was cool. And Josh Brolin as well. He did really well. So score was awesome. Special effects were great. But just the story is the shit, man. You gotta keep the story on point, and if it's not, then you get the low score, bro. You know, everything can be on par, but if the story sucks, man, it's not use watching the movie again. So that's why it gets a 3.8.
Nice, bro. Nice. Man, out of 10, I give it a 4 out of 10, eh? Give it a 4 out of 10. And because, you know, you watch the original 87, you watch it now, and you watch 87 now, you remember why you enjoyed it when you were a kid. You know, and even, I would say, like, it's better than this one, eh?
Better.
Because it's
better.
This one doesn't give you start, middle, and end. This gives you a start, middle, and middle, and middle, and middle, and
middle, and what?
And you can't end it like that, man. That's why. But, you know, the 87 movie, there's a start, middle, end, and it's action-packed, and it's sci-fi, and it's Arnold, and it's 1987, bro. It's games, it's wrestling, it's everything, man. It's all you need as a kid, man.
We have to be careful. We have to be careful too, because we can say that because we're from that era.
Yeah, that's right.
I bet you, if there was someone else there, what's the Running Man 1987? They'll be like, "What the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is that guy really like? Why does he look like a Christmas tree?" I was like, "Oh, come on, man! It's 1987."
No one gets the one-liners, man.
Hard on.
But yeah, man, this movie I give 4 out of 10, man, and it's below average. It's a disappointment. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first half of the movie. I enjoyed a little bit after the first half, but the last 30, man, just like I said, it fell off a cliff, bro. It was fucking, and I was bored, man. I got to the point when I was yawning, man. I wanted to go to sleep.
No, I was laughing because while I was watching the movie and I was looking at the screen and I could see the flash of a cell phone on the side, and I was going, "Oh, is it awesome?" And I just had a look. I go, "You weren't even watching the screen." And I was like, "Oh man, that's not good." So I was cracking up at that. I was like, "Oh shit, this is not good. It's not looking good at all."
At that point, I wanted it to end. I wanted the movie to end.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I was over it, man. And that's odd for a movie to just fall off a cliff like that and just dive deep, just dive into nowhere. Honest, I was like, fuck, man,
No,
you just wrecked it.
I think Tulsa King episode 9 did better than this movie.
Probably. But yeah, man, that's my score, man. 4 out of 10. It's probably the lowest score I've given a movie on this podcast.
Oh, especially with a movie.
Well, I'm going to go watch 87 Running Man. Refresh my memory, because we're probably going to do the late returns film review on that day.
Yeah, yep. I would be keen to do that. That would be funny.
Right.
And learn about the history of the show. If it's anything like The Predator or, Total Recall or anything like that, yeah, should be a blast.
We'll set one up for next week then.
Okay.
And I'll just invite anyone who wants to jump on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Because, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta start doing it. We gotta start doing it. Okay, sweet, man. Thanks, bro, for jumping on German 135 again. This is our wrap of The Running Man 2025. I gave it a 4 out of 10. Eric gave it a 3.8 out of 10. So, yeah man. Under par. Trust us. Trust us.
Bro.
Okay. Thanks, man. We'll see you again next week, bro.
Sweet.
For Purpose. Don't forget Purpose tomorrow.
Yes.
Tulsa King Sunday.
Yep.
Landman on Monday.
Oh, one after another.
All right.
I better get into it with the Landman.
All right. I'll catch you then.
I get in, Wills.